Um, yeah, this is a video I never thought that we'd have to make so soon. Um, but it's clear that I said to myself when this journey started that I would cover everything in regards to 2XKO, and that meant everything as much as I possibly could. So I think it's time to have a bit of an uncomfortable conversation as to what has just happened on the internet. Um, and a little bit more about essentially what's going on. Because a lot's happened over the last like 3 or 4 hours since we've been doing this, right? Um, and literally, it's crazy. I've seen a lot of people have pinged me on WhatsApp. I've got loads of DMs on Instagram. Loads of people messaging me on Discord. Pings, like my DMs are flooded. I stepped out of the house to go spend time with family, and not even maybe at the moment I open up my phone up, I see my Twitter just full of just this stuff with all the end of service stuff that they've announced and all that stuff, and I'm just mind blown. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, it also kind of does. There's a lot of things, a lot of emotions, a lot of like random things that are going through my mind right now. And I think the first big thing is kind of regret. Because I feel like I could have done so much more with this game. An example of it is, for those that have no idea and probably won't even see this video, I'm a commentator, and especially for this game, and I loved it. I loved every single second of it. I had the pleasure of doing events here in London. I had pleasure of doing events up north. I did some stuff in Italy just recently. I went over to Ireland last year to go do a major. There were a bunch of different things that I've been able to do with 2XKO, and I've been nothing short of grateful and blessed and happy. We ran our own tournament, which we'll get to that very, very soon. And yeah, there's just, a lot of things that I kind of owe my time with this game to. I can't really find, it's weird because right now I can't find the words. I can't formulate the words necessary to express kind of how it is I'm feeling. I think the best way to describe this is that it is devastation. But it's not like it hurts, right? Like, you feel it, you feel upset, it hurts, but it's not one of them ones where it's like, oh, I didn't see this coming. Respectfully, I kind of did see this coming. It wasn't a matter of if, but I'm telling people this, it was a matter of when. I just didn't expect it to be this soon. And I think that is kind of what scared a lot of people and it got a lot of us, is that we didn't expect, an announcement like this to come out 8 months into the game's lifespan. Because you got to remember, 2XKO came out the start of this year, right? So it's been 7-8 months since the game's been out properly, right? Obviously, we had the closed beta and the alpha labs and everything dating way back from 2024 up until now. But my God, man, it's just unreal. That being said, obviously, updates have come out in regards to what we're going to be seeing with 2XKO. The roadmap was announced, and I saw it on Instagram, and the caption really caught me off guard, and I was like, oh my God. But let's talk a little bit more about that and try and steer our way through this video a little bit and change the tone a little bit. So the good news about 2XKO and where we're going with the game's direction currently is, obviously, Lux is set to come out in September. They have confirmed that Samira is dropping in October, when the game is officially ending its service. However, that being said, the servers will still remain open. It just means that we're not going to be getting any patches for a good while. So on the plus side, 2Co will still be up and running. It just means it's not going to be very well supported. So there is some silver lining in this whole situation. It's just not the best, it's just not the best outcome, unfortunately. But this is kind of just how the ball rolls, I'm afraid. My sincerest condolences and everything, thoughts go out to those who are going to be affected by the game's shutdown in a couple months, to everyone at Riot Games, to all the mates that I've met from Riot, the friends that I've made from that incredible company. You guys are going to go off and do some great things, particularly Shantae and Josh, who helped us out a ton. especially within the UK scene, London scene, who really wanted, and when I tell you these two individuals really wanted to push the limits of this game, I mean it. Like, they would do as much as they possibly could to try and elevate the scene as much as they wanted to, and with whatever was in their control at the time. And are just two of the most passionate and incredible people that I've ever met, and I loved working with them on several things, whether it be DreamHack or, you know, stuff at the O2, all the launch parties and stuff like that. You know, it's been a blessing, and again, a pleasure to have worked with the both of you, if you do end up seeing this video. So aside from that, I mean, not much else to say. I'm gutted, I'm disappointed, I'm torn. Because the thing is I've seen a lot of people message me and go, it'd be really cool to have you at some of these final majors. Obviously, as we know, EVO France is the last big major here in the EU that we're getting. It would, look, listen, it's a dream, I think, for everyone to have wanted to do an EVO, but if I'm being very, very real, it's just not gonna happen. Like, I've put in my application a while ago. I'll be honest, I applied for the sake of it being, because, you know, it's an EVO, it's like, you know, you want to be there, it's one of the biggest tournaments in the world. But knowing me, where I'm at currently with commentary and everything, it's just, there are better candidates out there, people that deserve it, like Dunk, Laz, E. There are so many incredible commentators that deserve it way more than I do. And, you know, again, I'm not against the idea of being at EVO this year, and obviously if there is an opportunity, then great, I'd love to step up and take it, but yeah, the bar is very high for that, and I'm just at the bottom at the minute, so there's a long way to go for me. I've got a long way to go. But before we end this video, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and LARP a little bit longer here. But I wanted to actually extend my sincerest apologies to the London scene. Heapski and the guys who have backed a lot of projects that we've done, and backed the idea and notion of trying to get something going. I apologize. Genuinely, I wasn't able to get anything going. I've wrangled, I've fought, I've argued with so many venues to try and get a local going. I tried to get a UK Discord going. Obviously, I didn't really get much of an answer as to whether or not there actually was one. So I wasn't sure about that. I've tried to really push things off the ground. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually pay for venues because I'd lost my job, and then I most recently lost my job again. So I've been through the ringer as well, and it's been hard. This year has been very different, very, very difficult, and including this, it's an extra cherry on top. So, like, you know, I've been trying. I don't know what's gonna happen from here, but all I know is that I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I just really want to give this game the send-off it deserves, and it in my opinion, deserves an amazing send-off. It deserves a send-off that will really allow us to remember the game super, super well. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that by October I can do something, and that is all that I'm hoping for. I can't make promises. You know, the carbon, you know, sorry, not carbon. They're empty promises. I can't make empty promises. I don't want to make empty promises. I'm sorry, and I apologize for letting a good majority of you down, but on top of that, myself down as well. There's just so much I could have done, and I couldn't get the job done, and it sucks, and I feel horrible. I really do, and I think that's what really annoys me. And seeing a lot of my peers go and you know, tweet out random stuff, be like, oh, hashtag dead game and stuff like that. It hurts a lot. I get what angle they're coming from, but it sucks. I've seen a lot of friends tweet that out, and I've gone, yeah. You gotta, you know, remember that some people aren't, you know, feeling great. So check on your mates, and yeah, man, just try to be mindful, because especially within one thing that I've noticed within fighting games is obviously we've had a lot of discourse where people hate on each other's games. Don't be like that. Don't do that. I understand that you might not be in favor of a certain fighting game, and that's cool. That's fine. Not an issue. Don't discourage another player from playing the game. And I've seen a lot of people do that in the last couple months, and it's just like, come on, dude. Like, respect it. And I'm not just, I don't mean it for just Tuco, I mean it for stuff like Tokon and moving forward for whatever games we get in the future. Just be mindful of that. That's all I have to say. But yeah, again, sincerest apologies to everyone I've let down. I don't know what the future's gonna look like. Maybe I'll focus on Street Fighter 6. Maybe I'll look at Tokon. I've been liking that game quite a bit as of late, so maybe we'll focus it on Tokon moving forward. I don't really know. But yeah, I've seen everyone's messages, DMs, pings, everything. I'll get to everything. I haven't managed to yet. There's still a bunch of different messages that I still have to look at. But all I have to say is thank you, Riot Games. Thank you, Tuco, for allowing me to do some really cool stuff within the wider FGC and allowing me to get my start, I think, in the best way possible. Moving from Smash into something a lot bigger, or a field that's a lot bigger, is super, super appreciative, and I owe it all to you guys and this game, which unfortunately things don't always work out. It is what it is. But as one door closes, another one opens. So yeah, stay safe, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, as much as you possibly can. Checking on the homies, you know, some of these guys genuinely might be going through it harder than I'm going through it right now. So just make sure you're checking on your friends and stuff like that. And yeah, man, have a great rest of your year, man, or day or week or whatever. And take care of yourselves and peace out. Good night.